Ebusia for Yedingo Quansi say and ne, or day a day so actually. Yet I was was it, said the Piao now we share this unscripted TV program ye. Now and then no, they make him now they say, they got mom codes, and that's what they make a crowd with the air mom said, Yajiti or Eradin Wate, Najidi, BBR from the Nidi who said, and Repana, or when the beer, I come. They say, Angel, ever fat. As the PSA and comma 8 years, almost they bring fabrics to life into pen to hopper, aqua open to my aqua ye, open to my graduation, open to my aqua child. To share 8 years. Men go baby out, men will be and that down. A month man a papa, it won't do. Now, a new so every year. When you know, now I call you one collections or Uwashi or friend until that, but pump still be out with the Eddie amount. Well, you know, now I call you Peacock Studio. More chewing, see, when you come, we are boy, remember, the light one, Eddie amount. We are about our birthday shoots, BBR, Oko Barrier, BCC when you come. Me the beauty plus again so say ene ama me na wa ye tini come. And that dear be chen da ene erason bi ene be twetwe kono ono so contribute pa paying dues to sports industry I work and say ye kan ma o ma ye adwuma e was sports industry mu a ere o kan ho bi enti me dofo tina say ye ntwa ye momra ye ba ye beto ase.
Whatever the occasion, with ATL, you can never be out of style. ATL, bringing fabric to life.
Welcome back. You are still watching This Unscripted. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Mr. Mia subscribe the mommy. It has to be great. And so follow us on all our social media handles at This Unscripted. And then you name a bio of a 50 or Bessima. In your bio, your mamma, Nitimus of Bill ever sports in one. Yet, or yeah, Juma, Emma EIB Network, or Sansu, your communications director, Emma Cheetah Football Club. Why your friend Betty Yawson. And Betty, you know, cover back on script.
That's the brain, you know, why?
Oh, that's also why.
That's it.
Why is solid?
That's it.
Ma, I should phone you dear Betty, why Betty Yawson?
Betty Yawson, a sports journalist, and I have been practicing sports journalism for 5 years now, and I am also an entrepreneur. I mean, I love to do business. You know, around me, business. I sell a lot of stuff. I mean, so currently, I also do a poetry, and I am the communication director for Cheetah Football Club. And I'm just a woman who always think positive. Always, that's me.
How did you go into sports?
Well, growing up, it will shock you say because sports not in Peru. I mean, you see boys watching football and it annoys me. I always try to understand why men want to watch football. I mean, growing up, I never liked sports. The only sports that not taking my attention was athletics and volleyball because it's not an interesting thing. Local school, I always say now. Remember now we are through no kakra or school, no we are sportsmen. Now through Mika, and then you see the girls are hailing them. They are not a man that's particular sports the name of it. But then we called GI, they go a diploma, and we were supposed to go and do attachment. And I found myself at graphic sports. And I must tell you, say, nah, with Japan, I mean, I did everything I could for them to change my department. So what they may call junior graphic and RBB. But I think so so later on, I just decided to stay and then learn on the job. And then there was one man, Daniel King, if you know him, he's one of our veteran sports journalists. And he was one man that knew, say, so he tried to help me. And he always kept on saying, Betty, more food, you know, man, shed anymore. So if you are able to create a niche for yourself, I mean, you will survive. Maybe I will call junior graphic, you probably business, but at least create a niche. So, and a man in and I decided, why don't I pursue it? Pursuing something I don't have any love for, how do I do that? So he actually helped me. Immediately, I come and say, Daniel Kenu, probably at that time, no name said no one, but he's that one person that he actually played a vital role in, I mean, my career as a sports journalist. We feel graphic and yes, and it to us one.
Into being a woman in this male-dominated industry, how do you feel?
It's difficult. I mean, if you are outside, people might think say and yet difficult, but it is because one, the mere fact that we are bad, immediately you are pushing hard and you get to a place that people won't attribute to the fact that you have done well and we're getting to that position. They will attribute to the fact that I mean, we are bad, you've had your ways, what other immoral means. So it's very difficult. I remember me started with EI, and mostly, I started as a producer, and then Obeka said, Betty, go and produce this person, or the way your band, obey. I mean, why should it be said your band, I should produce that because I was able to create contact or make contact with the big boys in the sports industry. Some comments, go your band, the other one for fun one. And it always demotivates me. So should it be always me or banty? I mean, you can't appreciate the fact that I am hardworking and I'm putting in much effort. Yeah, there will be a whole lot of stories about, say, when you play away for that. I mean, I have had my share where there were stories about me, say, sports ministry, or no, many in Crawford, or I mean, the sports people, officials there just to travel to get cover matches, and it's heartbreaking. Because I want to say, so better say, Bema sports journalist, me or bad me. But why is it that if a woman is pushing hard, we don't appreciate the men will hide behind say, oh, a man, they are not doing much, but they are not giving the man the opportunity to also let them know, say, they have what it takes to make it. They've always limited us to a man football, or bad and say a man footballer, you should cover. But I do a whole lot of stuff. I actually, when I entered into the field, Henry Asante, who is now the communication director for Ghana Football Association, he was always on me, Betty, don't be like the general people. Let's be unique. Internet me, I fell in love with writing and also doing feature stories, and that is how I created a niche for myself. I mean, in the industry, it's a difficult one, not for only the man, but I think the man are really, really trying their best, but not being recognized enough. Now, then there will be all sort of negative stories about you, which is sometimes disheartening.
Is there any truth in stories? No, it says there's no smoke without fire.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe they've seen or have experienced. Do you also see it? And that's also what TV. When you hear the press say a man, so they are doing that together.
Well, you see, if you be a mental, so every organization has bad nuts, but that doesn't mean say it should be a general thing because a man and there are bad nuts, but we don't dwell on the bad nuts. I want men, but why is it that when it is a man, we always want to talk about the fact what the man or a sports administrator be any free here? They will conclude, say a guy, my journalist media. I mean, they have made sure this perception has even, your friend is saying, sunk into the minds of these players. And immediately you try to be free with them, maybe for interviews or create that relationship because you do want to say well you send it here. You need to build contact. Not a very difficult one. So I think say it is not about no smoke without fire. Obviously there will be some bad nights, but why do we always have to dwell on the bad night? I mean, my story in 2018 was one that really broke my heart because you'll be there. I went to when I traveled to India to cover the under 17 my friend said Mema World Cup. I mean, I went with only $100. And imagine covering such a tournament, you need to put in a lot. I mean, you need a lot of money to move around and all that. When you say you do anything, and then someone somewhere was sit down and write a story that Betty is sleeping with officials at the sports ministry for trips. Like, come on. And Mema could be there were a mile who was our trip. We were only two, only one lady. Most of the people there were male sports journalists. So why should me penna me or banana me call it? I didn't maybe because BB just to get there. So I mean more than the how did it happen? Like you guys also went the back or something. I mean it's sad, but I think this is something that they should just cut down. They should support the women.
How do we support you?
You know, this perception about Oyoba is not only in sports journalism. I think it's a general thing that growing up here, they are shade. And we always see a member as dominating. And you know, so Oba so born a home even no matter how close you are to a guy, our young and for just a nipano was a charisma to push you. They always find it very difficult to push their colleague women. I mean, when we saw Oba and this is a field that you're good at. Instead of somebody push you, they would rather say things that will rather break you down. It doesn't help.
How do we make it attractive to a more emotional person, sports journalist?
Well, I think now as not for in a bad way, but then now because of the emergence of social media and all that, you are easily known or recognized if you put in the effort. So it's all about finding an aspect of sports that you love. Because sports is awesome. So if you know you are good at football, why don't you invest your time in doing it well? You might not know someone somewhere is watching you, and you might end up getting big gigs and all that. So it's about building the interest you have on a particular sport. A women's football now cover. Find other ways. It shouldn't be the usual cover game, mature story. Why don't you find out those interesting stories around women's football and then build it up? It can be on the social media handles. It can be sharing it with friends. And I think that is here I open. Unlike before, now we don't really have access to so many things. But yeah, I open. And if you are a woman and you are coming in, you shouldn't just come and add up to the numbers. Maybe the problem, you shouldn't always come and add up to the numbers. Make sure you are unique and apart. And unfortunately, in manner a woman's you endorse and a member support. That is one thing that affects the few in the system. Because I said, then that's kind of a need timing, that kind of emptiness, that kind of emptiness is there. So I mean, those little quiet and all that. And I think that shouldn't be a problem. Say that you'll be hearing some small fight now, I mean, how best share journalism 10 years on getting to a certain stage. You'll best share here 1 year, and the person will just blossom. I've made sure my little girl, I've pushed her into journalism. And the last time, someone was like, hey, let's move go international. I said, but we're documentary, my DW. And I'm like, yeah, that's what excites me. It shouldn't be said, maybe local, it's maybe local. Whatever it takes for me to put her up there, I should. So it's about me supporting ourselves and also making sure that we have one voice and we succeed together.
Having listened to all this now, have you regretted going to sports?
Oh, regrets, no, not at all. Because it has really exposed me to a lot of things. It has changed my way of thinking, my way of doing things. You know, there are so many people that I have come in contact with. In Kenya sports, there's no way I'll ever come in contact with them. I'll only see them in my dreams. or on TV. And I think that I was that introvert type. I didn't know how to make friends. But sport journalism has totally changed me. Totally. This year I am easily able to make friends with people, and that is the impact that it has had on me. And it has given me the platform to also help people. I wouldn't say any sport journalism pill, but because I have the platform, so will be a trainer. I've been doing a lot of philanthropic work. So my home will be the hospital, buildings, social media, people who contribute and their commands. I want to a friend say, I'm on the street, I put it on my page and people are willing to support now my teacher. You get it? So it has given me that exposure. I'm a minion that following and they always want to support me anytime there's an agenda I want to pursue. So it's something I've never regretted.
Does it pay?
Paying it doesn't. But you know,
sorry.
So I think for the different aspects of it, but you know, in Ghana, it's not only sports journalism, but journalism doesn't really pay in Ghana. And you know, I think it's something that they need to consider because some people feed the information to the public.
Who should consider? Who should consider?
Oh, maybe I offend almost set up media because you know they feed information to the public, and if a hungry person is feeding information to the public, it's very problematic. You see, I equally do stuff for some foreign, a friend is saying, media houses. I wouldn't want to mention any of their names, but then the little effort I put in, they pay me so much that some madam, not say, man, wait for me, say, oh Betty, I have this report, can you do it? Me say, oh yes, I can do it for you. because even one report na me, sika na obetia. Me yes sure say, ebe do me sika meje as a salary, you get it. So
it's just here, a grown up
and Africa. And Africa, me so me can say, Nina, West Africa, you get it. And I say, and I think say our economy plays a role, and also, you know, we haven't really opened up. Radio stations now doors to be brave, TV stations now doors to be brave, and they are all your friends saying, "Oh, GFE one, Kakra companies never." Internet banking and you see companies in the now so set your TV station and job at say a network way for the so much set TV station. So that is the problem. But you know the foreign media outlets they do things differently. I went to Egypt and one of now for no year foreign way back Ghana film quarterfinals. You know say, oh Betty, how did you see Ghana's performance in the upcoming someone? We do Ghana, but say for my contribution, this is how much I'm supposed to be paid. We say what? How? How? I have met some be radio station, so poor my baby, and they are paying me. You get it? So about the sana, people put in a lot to
they give their all.
Yeah, they give their all. All from me much is there. Me reporting more. But that crowd may make sure that me.
Let's go and new at Cheetah FC.
Yeah. It's amazing, say. Me share sports journalism, I never thought say I affiliate myself with a male football club because over the years now I've been wanting to affiliate myself rather with a female football club. But Cheetah FC, their owner, Mr. Abdul Hayati, he is a very open-minded person and someone who wants to grow, someone who has a lot of ambition and aspiration. So many need common me will say, oh, you will be on person of normal football day. You will say 3 points now, you be there, one on a fancy, handball, cars, animal, or no business minded, or looking at the business aspect of football. So I can't say I should come on board. I mean, my community cry. I mean, that the little I can offer to also support him. That's how it all started. I said, oh, Betty, why don't you come on board? And I'm like, oh, why not? Because you are one person that you think about, you have a different way of doing stuff, and I also.
One day, say we are a man who person morning of work is leave your way through near the Avenue.
Oh, that and you know, it's a no, and I made it to a prayer doors.
But you do it.
I don't, and I can never, you know. if I ever want to
show, so be hey, Betty.
Oh no.
Who mama?
No, I would never. I don't believe in that. I believe that I am a very hardworking woman, and anybody that I have worked for would testify to the fact saying I'm very hardworking. In Yamimpo America, Obi Amaye Ejuma say I used to organize events for people and all that, and anybody that I've worked for won't stand somewhere and say Betty is lazy.
Yeah, free sports. What's the poetry?
Yeah. So, you know, I was thinking of doing a bit. I mean, sport journalism. Say, I brought you and Kameka say we do 80 years, but a chroma de yenche. Me no de yenche. I was thinking of what can I do and make sure me per business, but me per business. I don't know who I took after because and someone who spread poetry into my ears, a friend of mine, but I don't know come once and I'm like, poetry crying your band. Why don't I go into poetry? And then I started. I started with 200 beds, and then now they are growing very well. But then that means a brewser. Or what you want to do? But then I mean that is my aim, not to venture into animal farming. Apart from poultry, I'm looking at doing pig farming and also get in Ponchi they will be that. You know, I just want to do animal farming.
But so far with poultry now, has it been worth your time?
Worth my time there. I do be 3 months later and be home. Because now I find me titi on. Sisi I can't start, but to me I am into layers in Kusiam. And your friend say cockles there and near Moreno. Mo say you 2 broilers in cockles. Until maybe cockles. Until Sisi I am still putting in the investment. Jakase, bedroom be a baby, not just say, be a
for we I shall say, ye jip, ya make a cribia back, your back, the yakking in our to us. I was young from our papa. If you know us all, PDR, oh, should be unscripted. Name Betty Yawson, or a communications director at Machita FC Football Club, FC near Football Club. Was also a sports journalist. The Bruce do word of the day. Young cock, now go chain. Let's see, then I know chair.
And they word I'm share of Lucius. Bibia, a friend so good. So that is it. So maybe a personality can be obnoxious, a sense can be obnoxious. Anything that is not
a perception about females
is very obnoxious.
So anything that is unpleasant is obnoxious. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll be right back with my favorite segment. Big question, big answer. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're still watching Bedou's Unscripted. Betty, are you ready for big question, big answer?
We've been ready, Grandma.
Okay, let's start. If 2 are twins, 3 triplets, 4 will be
quadruplets.
Correct. What would you rather, love or money?
Where their money?
How do we call 4 goals in football?
Hey, Tibako, 3 hat trick. Into 4 bears. I said, Mama, you ref.
For your home. So I can't have the who got 10 years.
Osiaba.
What's the English name for Quensusua?
Quensusua, Gardens.
You're over the Yawson to
To say,
green is a little bit.
I'm a dream. Baby berries.
Turkey berries, yes. How many continents are in the world?
Continents. Hey, I said they're crazy. Continents, they cry. They say Africa is a continent. And I think 3 and 4.
Yes, it's a matter of fruit or vegetable.
Tomato. Oh, tomato the fruit.
Correct. Who was Ghana's first prime minister?
Hey, Nametias. My prime minister.
Yes.
Pamiko.
Correct. If you are a car, what brand will you be?
Car. Oh, maybe car. Apotroka okay.
That would be your brand. Why?
Me pay in my to advise you. I am cool with that.
Ben's new range.
It's
a big shop or gift to a car Apotroka.
Oh, Apotroka, only cute Apotrokas now, but no, I'm coming.
It's Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. We're repeating it 5 times. Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter.
Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter.
5
Betty
times.
bought Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter.
Who's that one? Yeah, come on. Look at me here. Unscripted, Emma, when you saw Ocean. Betty, open number.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite then?
Maybe I don't know, but I love Indomia or love songs.
Oh, sir.
I need Reiki. First, not with the Reiki, but she said I have love songs. I love it too. Reiki.
That's all cast up in money in his book, don't you?
Also, don't you know a cool kind of you know, I like something that are cool, calm, quiet, say country music, those stuff.
Okay. And see, but you ever know this song? Unscripted can't be so questions with me. Bakubran, you not what one sound.
And then there's some mama, my name okay.
Question when I was.
Hey, now some baby.
Correct.
As a man, give us a short commentary between Hasselhoek and Kotoko.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
And I can see Kotoko, any Accra Hasselhoek, the one who says that two teams, so much share there, Kotoko, Eshe, yellow, Anna, Hasselhoek for so share it. Born as I say, play and or but watching me, Miesa, hey, go, Samsudin, I shall go.
See the word.
I mean, echo, kitty, so born baby and I'm
Okay, so before you go, my freestyle your favorite song.
Oh, freestyle. Okay, so there is this new song I am in the pants, you know. They already know. Yeah, inside. Like the world Jericho. They don't know what's going on. I don't know my
I don't know what's going on.
it's not everything.
I was I had a unscripted. AC.
Oh, I mean, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on your show. And I will always say, if you are a lady or a woman, me, for focus and be a feminist, but I don't want to take that title, not because it is negative, but I always say, a man and a bar, we are all equal people. So we shouldn't behave, back dominant over the other. We should support each other. If you have a friend now or you're buying, you know that she's doing well, support her. About you t-shirts because you have boobs and all that. The same way, Bema, you can't menstruate. So we all can do things, but we are all supposed to help each other. So I always say we should help each other. We shouldn't make them who is superior over the other. It's never possible.
On that note of helping each other, I want to say a very big thank you to all our sponsors. ATL, they bring fabrics to life. Livan Collection, or Bubuashi. They say a real boss say, Nefia, Obieniaji. Obienia Lidentia, Doris Teva, Ezivanga Vista. Beauty Plus Egana. Beauty Plus Egana. Midase, say, why you meet and dear mammy. Me other foul shame, Koswa, Meshe, Bedus Unscripted. Person, let me drink command. Ko Instagram bedu_gh1. That's the you better sign up a bill. So don't forget to live, love, and make someone smile. Now, 80 of one, answer now, you see a piece of me, intimate. In another actually, man, a sister Betty.
Oh.
80 of us, you have to take a piece of them.
Oh, 80 of one.
Not that I say, shower.
I'm a share with
No,
you.
share.
Sign it.
80 of us, a piece of 80 yeah, bring it fabric.
Oh, I am very happy for them to do. Yeah, wear Ghana. And if you are wearing to wear 80 of course, it's the best.
And one hour, you don't want to say, you say, yeah.